Fuerteventura versus Lanzarote.
In this video, we're going to break down which one is better.
We're going to go through point by point, one benefit of Fuerteventura and one benefit of Lanzarote, and break down which one wins.
So we're going to start right here on the island of Fuerteventura, and I think this is a really popular one. That Fuerteventura is known for its best beaches.
That's true. I mean, although Lanzarote has some pretty nice beaches like Famara,
Fuerteventura is like beautiful.
Full of it. Fuerteventura is like one big giant beach, essentially.
Yeah, I mean it's a bigger island to be fair to it. That's why.
No, but just the whole beach of Fuerteventura is just beautiful.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them are absolutely top notch. Yeah, it's true.
When
you go to Lanzarote, yeah, it's true. You'll find Famara is breathtaking, but I can't think of another one. Whereas if you think about Fuerteventura beaches, you know, you've got Sotavento, Cotillo, you've got Grandes Playas, you've got Cofete.
Yeah.
Now, you can just name so many of them straight away, but really when you think about Lanzarote beaches, you just think Famara. Is there another beautiful one? I mean,
there probably are a few, but Fuerteventura is like literally notorious.
Yeah, it's notorious for it.
Yeah.
Both of the beaches, to be fair, both in Fuerteventura and Lanzarote are going to have the kind of like completely blue clear water. They both have that. They both have the kind of golden sand thing.
Yeah.
But there's just something about the ones in Fuerteventura that make them that little bit better.
So Fuerteventura wins on beaches. Lanzarote wins in terms of sightseeing, things to do. For example, there's giant national park Timanfaya. There is like Famara, as we mentioned before. They've got better caves than Fuerteventura, like proper caves that you go into.
Yeah.
We filmed a video in the caves where our friend Mocha got like really bad claustrophobia, and also that big green water thing.
Yeah, there's this place where it's like a little beach and there's this lovely green water. The last time we were there, I said to Harry, like, let's go here. I was really up for going here, but I had to leave a day earlier than Harry did, and he didn't let me go the whole trip. And then the day I left, he went.
Didn't let you go?
Yeah, like I really wanted to go. You were forcing me to do all these other things. The caves that we'd already done once before, I was like, let's leave it. We've done them before, and then you made me do that again, but then you wouldn't let me go to this thing.
I'm not your father, David.
When we're on a holiday, you act like it. You act like it. If it's not your way, it's a fucking highway. Lanzarote though is much better for sightseeing, things to do, and it also helps that the island is like so much more compact. We talked about this in a different video, but it's smaller, it's circular. If you've got a car, you can get all over the island super easily, and all of these like kind of cool touristy things to do, they're all like half an hour to 40 minutes drive from one another. You
can literally do like everything in Lanzarote in a few days. Fuerteventura, I mean you could as well, but obviously like top to bottom it's like 2 hours in the car, or the bus just takes forever. Okay,
so Harry and I sat down thinking of things that the positives of Fuerteventura versus Lanzarote, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but I just think that the authenticity of Fuerteventura is better than Lanzarote. And what I'm trying to say here is I think Lanzarote is more touristy, because sometimes when you're in Lanzarote, in some places, Lanzarote is beautiful, don't get me wrong, we've mentioned beautiful places, Famara, the things to do, all these things, it's beautiful, but sometimes you can feel like you're walking down Blackpool High Street. It does
depend on the area, but I think it is true. The extremes of tourism in Lanzarote is much higher than Fuerteventura. It does feel a bit more authentic.
In fact, did you see that there was a story released, I think it was at the beginning of this year, I think about February time this year, that Lanzarote Tourism Board said that they wanted less Brits.
Okay.
We should have made a video about that at the time, but we didn't. But
they've cancelled themselves.
They've cancelled themselves. They said that they get 2.5 million Brits a year, and that they want less Brits. I'll leave a little link in the description box to that article below. But to summarise, I think that Fuerteventura being less touristy, I prefer it. It feels more like a secret spot that people don't know about because it's not completely overflowing with tourists.
I think Lanzarote is just more famous and generous. People go there more often, so it's a bit more overcrowded.
It is way more famous. But yeah, that's what I like about this place. It feels like a secret spot that not so many people know about.
David didn't want to go down and talk about this topic, but I'm going to do it. And we'll see if we keep it in. Didn't want to cause controversy, but we went for a weekend trip. Me, David and my sister went to Puerto del Carmen. And we were like really excited, thought we were going to go for a little break in Lanzarote. Didn't know much about Puerto del Carmen. When we got there, I mean, as soon as I got off the bus, my heart did sink, I'm not going to lie.
As I said, the reference, I wasn't going to say it as Harry mentioned, the reference to Blackpool High Street earlier was Puerto del Carmen.
Yeah,
it is. It's
it was
Blackpool
sunny
High
in
Street.
Blackpool. But it was,
Blackpool can be sunny sometimes. It didn't feel like you're on holiday in Spain.
No.
That's the thing. When you come to Fuerteventura, I believe it feels like you're on holiday in Spain.
You've got a Canarian culture. Yeah. I mean, Lanzarote definitely does have a Canarian culture in other areas of Lanzarote. I guess if you go to like the really touristic areas of Fuerteventura, you're going to get the same thing. It just felt extreme, Lanzarote.
Yeah, and it's true. Fuerteventura does have its really touristic areas. We're not being biased here about Fuerteventura. I mean, I think obviously Coralejo is one of the most touristy destinations. There's a big mix of tourism from, you get a lot of German, Netherlands, Italian, Spanish tourists. You get lots of these different tourists.
Yeah.
a more British tourist thing would probably be Caleta de Fuste, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
So Fuerteventura has it as well. We're not saying anything biased about the island to island just because we live here, but I think in general there's more. It's more touristy. Lanzarote is more touristy, but that is because it's a more famous island. Oh, come at us! Cancel us in those comments below. Come on, give us your best.
All right, slightly more green. We're clutching at straws here. Lanzarote is slightly more green, albeit still a complete desert island.
Desert island.
Slightly more green.
It is slightly more green. They've got the nice wine.
Wineries,
vineyards, vineyardy things. It's like all black and green. It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's like the whole. I don't know if you know. It's called like Yaisa. There's loads of like palm trees, and it's all green and nice.
Yeah.
And you don't see that very much in Fuerteventura. I mean, you do have it near Betancuria. There's like areas that are like super green. There's like a cafe like La Sombra, which is like really nice. But I don't know if that's natural or it's like maintained. Either way, that area is really green.
Yeah.
But in Lanzarote, you see it like throughout the island, different areas.
Do you know one of the most green places in Coralejo is literally our street.
Yeah.
Look at this behind us. This is why I like this place.
This
it's
is a great
so
spot.
green.
Yeah, it is.
You don't see this anywhere else.
So, our next point about Fuerteventura being better is another very vague one. I feel like a lot of our points are just like nuanced.
Don't say they're vague.
It's nuanced feeling, but it's just true that Fuerteventura, at least to us, just has a better feeling in the air. I'm sorry, Lanzarote lovers, but that's just the way we feel. It's just the way it is. When I get to Lanzarote, I really like Lanzarote. It's got a different feeling, but in terms of like living there, spending a long time there, it wouldn't be the same as Fuerteventura. Like here, I feel like a lot of people just like fall in love with Coralejo or fall in love with Fuerteventura. Sure, people get the same vibe in Lanzarote as well, but obviously living here, we experience so many people having that feeling and just like falling in love with the island like we did.
Yeah, I think this comes down to a lot of factors. The vibe comes down to how relaxed the atmosphere is when you walk up and down the streets. A lot of it can come down to, you know, the restaurants and the bars and stuff, the kind of bars that they have here compared to Lanzarote. I mean, I remember we often go to hotels over in Playa Blanca, Izzy and I, and we stayed the night, and we went out in Playa Blanca before, and there was not really any kind of vibe to the town after a certain time. Like, everything closed and there was nothing there. And yeah, people will go, you're in the wrong place, Playa Blanca is the wrong place for that, because there's loads of wrong places in Fuerteventura to do that. Like Coralejo is the hub of the nightlife, Puerto del Carmen is probably the hub of the nightlife in Lanzarote, and the bars and stuff. But if you give me the option to spend a night in Puerto del Carmen or a night in Coralejo, I'm going to go with the vibe of Coralejo wins it for me.
Even though we live here, I'd spend the night in Coralejo.
So
We're here every other. Yeah. I think the other point you made earlier, which I haven't thought about really, which is a great point, is here there is such a mix of cultures. Like there's loads of Italian restaurants, there's loads of like German people here, there's people from like Poland and stuff. Yeah. And it's like, and obviously a lot of Canarian and Spanish as well, and English.
Moroccan, just a big, you can get there's tagine food that you might not get anywhere else. Like.
There's a mix of like lots of cultures. I think people like it here for that as well, just for the mix. Like you don't just hear Spanish or you don't just hear English, you hear all these different like European countries as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool because since we've lived here, I think if you name a country, I'll probably go, I've met someone from that country.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've met people from all around the world. Even like Estonia, there's nobody in Estonia, but I've met two people from Estonia. So one of the big selling points of Lanzarote is that it's very close to the island of La Graciosa, which is, for someone who's never been there, I've not been there. Have you been there?
No.
It is beautiful. I would love to go there. I would love to go there. It's, I think it's one of the most green islands. It's one of the most green Canary Islands. So La Graciosa, for those of you who don't know, is a Canary Island. It's one of the very small ones. And yeah, it's just the most green. And if you're in Lanzarote, then you can get a boat to it quite easily. If you're in, is it the north of Lanzarote? Just
it's in the north.
The north of Lanzarote, you get a boat to it quite easily.
You do not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do. I was there the other day. I
you
tried
were there the
to
other
get
day.
you.
You haven't been there.
I tried to get you to go on the boat.
That's true, actually.
And you said no.
You're like, I think it's in the north of Lanzarote.
I
think it's the greenest Canary Island, and I think
it's in a town
beautiful.
Called.
I've never been, but it's beautiful.
Orzo. The town was called Orzo.
Yeah, where you get the boat over.
Where you get the boat.
Yeah,
to
he was trying to convince me to go for a day trip, which it was like.
But that's what's good about it. You can do it in a day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is the good thing about Lanzarote. You can go and see La Graciosa in a day. You can go and see Fuerteventura in a day.
Yeah, but you don't see Fuerteventura, you see
Coralejo, which is probably one of the best resorts.
Anyway, Graciosa is really close to Lanzarote, so it's easy to get to, and nice little island to do if you're in the north of Lanzarote.
Yeah.
On
the flip side, if you're in Fuerteventura, you can go to Lanzarote for the day.
Yeah, that's true. But you could also do that from Lanzarote
On
as
the
well.
flip side, yeah.
So Lanzarote wins with that. Obviously, there's Lobos as well in between both of them, but you can go Lobos from either. So
From either.
didn't put that down as a benefit.
Yeah, so Gracios is a big benefit of Lanzarote.
So to summarise, both islands are very similar when you look at them on paper. The only thing that changes, I think the main difference is that feeling you get. They definitely just have like a different feeling. And I think the feeling that you feel when you're in Lanzarote and compared to here is the same feeling I feel. Like, I think it just has like something in the air that's different.
If you're deciding between Fuerteventura or Lanzarote to go on holiday, then I would say to ask yourself a couple of questions. If you're looking for a holiday where you can relax by a pool, relax on the beach, and just really feel like you're chilled out, you're not going to see as many people, because it's a bigger island with a smaller population, then I would say you're looking at Fuerteventura. But if you want more things to do, like day trips, sight to see, you can go to the caves, you can do Timanfaya National Park.
Yeah.
If you want more of like an active sightseeing holiday, then I would lean towards Lanzarote.
And then the contrary, like Fuerteventura, at least in the north, like Corralejo and Lajares, they're a lot more like music, like nightlife and stuff, compared to what we've seen ourselves in Lanzarote. So that also, like in terms of nightlife and stuff, it's different as well.
Yeah, sure.
It's going to be one of those that you probably don't know till you actually get there, because they both look good on paper, they both are good on paper, but they just both have such a different feeling, even though they're so similar.
So that's my differing point. If you're looking for sightseeing, Lanzarote. If you're looking for a relaxed vibe and a relaxing holiday, I'd go Fuerteventura. So that's the big one for me. We want to know your thoughts on this. Do you prefer Lanzarote? Do you prefer Fuerteventura? Get your opinions down in the comments below. If you agree with anything that we've said, or if you disagree with anything we've said, then let us know in the comments below. But try and be nice, because I feel like we're cancelling this video. So right now we're going to recommend 2 more videos on the screen for you to go and watch. If you click here and you do decide to come to Fuerteventura, then we've done a video all about different day trip ideas that you can do in Fuerteventura.
And another video we're going to put right here is myself and my friend, our friend Mocha, doing a cycle through Lanzarote. And Mocha actually has like a massive like breakdown as well. So watch that and laugh at him. Feel sorry for him as well, but he survived, so it's funny in the end. See more Lanzarote over in that video.
Thanks for watching this video, guys, and we'll see you next time.